right, y'all. Real talk. If you weren't stomping through the mall in a necktie, sweatpants, and some beat-up skater kicks, were you even really an Avril Lavigne girl? Be serious. From that messy, I woke up like this but still iconic eyeliner to scream-along anthems like Complicated, Skater Boy, and Girlfriend, Avril had the girls in a chokehold. But listen, don't let that cool girl, I don't give a damn what you think swagger fool you. Cause behind those studded belts and punk rock snarls, there's a whole underworld of rumors, messy feuds, doppelganger controversy, and relationship plot twists that could rival an entire season of Love and Hip Hop. So buckle up, cause we're diving headfirst into the roller coaster life of the pop-punk princess herself, or depending on who you ask.
Avril Lavigne addresses the complicated rumor she's been replaced with a body double.
Her mysterious stand-in, Melissa Vandala. Avril Ramona Lavigne was born on September 27, 1984 in Belleville, Ontario. And check this, she wasn't even potty trained before she started showing out. At just 2 years old, she's already belting out Jesus Loves Me, like she had a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. Her parents heard that voice and said, yup, that baby ain't staying in this small town. Fast forward to 1999, at just 14, Avril was singing her heart out in a bookstore when her soon-to-be first manager, Cliff Fabry, spots her. And trust me, the man was gagged. Cliff was like, girl, you got some potential right there. He hustles, sending her home recordings to every bigwigs he knows, and wouldn't you know it, the head of Arista Records, L.A. Reid, was like, yup, that's the one. Next thing you know, he's signing her on the spot for a cool $1.25 million after a 15-minute audition. Bet that felt like winning the lottery. But here's the thing. Arista thought they'd mold her into the next squeaky clean pop princess, sorta like a Shania Twain 2.0. They had their visions of rhinestones and sweet country vibes. But Avril? She's over there in her necktie and skater shoes like, nah, I'm here for the rock. You can almost hear her rolling her eyes like, I didn't come here for bubblegum pop, honey. Now, in the 90s, labels didn't play. You either fell in line or you got shelved real quick. So naturally, everyone thought Avril was about to get ghosted. But surprise, surprise. Somebody over at Arista must have had some sense, because they said, okay, fine, let the girl cook. They gave her creative control, basically letting her do whatever she wanted. And if y'all think Arista was crazy for letting Avril run wild, well, let's spill some receipts. In 2002, Avril released her debut album, Let Go, and with singles like Complicated, Skater Boy, and I'm With You, the album blasted straight to number 2 on the Billboard 200, while locking down #1 spots in Canada, Australia, and the UK. Now when Avril rolled onto the scene in her necktie, skater kicks, and punk rock flair, the industry was shook. They needed a foil for the squeaky clean princess of pop. So of course someone in a suit whispered, let's brand her anti-Britney. And trust me, in the early 2000s, nothing sold like a manufactured feud between two teen queens. Now let's be real, Avril didn't exactly bite her tongue when it came to Britney. She took a jab at her stage appearance like, would you walk around the street in a bra? She had jokes calling Britney's Vegas-style showgirl outfits everything except Sunday best, and even tagged them with that H word. Ma'am, that word alone could spark a full-blown pop war. But here's the thing, Avril swears she wasn't trying to start drama, and she was just being real. According to Avril, she wanted her onstage wardrobe to mirror her offstage style. No bubblegum, pop costumes, no choreography, just raw rock vibes. But girl, you know you pretty much could have made your point without dragging Britney, right? Okay, let's get into one of the craziest controversy theories to ever hit the internet streets. Yup, I'm talking about that whole Avril Lavigne is dead and got replaced by a clone named Melissa Vandala mess. So picture it. In 2011, some wild Brazilian blog called Avril Está Morta, that means Avril is dead, y'all, kicks off the craziest rumor on the internet that Avril Lavigne died way back in 2003 and was quietly swapped out for a body double named Melissa Vandala. And if you're sitting there like, girl, where'd they even pull that from? Just wait till you hear the rest. According to the theorists, Avril took her own life after her debut album, Let Go, as she found it hard to cope with her rising fame and the unfortunate passing of her grandpa. They claimed Melissa was originally hired to help Avril dodge the paparazzi, but when the real Avril allegedly passed, the label pulled a slick one and swapped her out with Melissa in like it was nothing. New vocals, new face, new everything. And just like any other ridiculous doppelganger controversy, the proof? Stupid. These keyboard detectives started posting side-by-sides of Avril through the years like, see, her nose is different, her handwriting changed, she had a mole and now it's gone. Boom, Melissa confirmed? Like, girl, what? That's not a clone. That's just called growing up and a good dermatologist. But the rumors refuse to die. Every few years, it creeps back up like a bad ex, sliding through Reddit threads, TikTok deep dives, and YouTube exposés like, we have new evidence. Okay, Sherlock, and if you're wondering what Avrils have to say about all of these, in her usual punk rock style, Avril ain't taking it too seriously, confessing that if she was dead, she'd be doing a terrible job hiding it. But let's be real. While she mostly finds it funny, she still feels it's a little bit weird. I mean, who wouldn't? Now, don't let all that black eyeliner and punk rock attitude fool you. Miss Avril may be tough on the outside, but even skater. And when I say this girl's romantic resume is just as long as her chart-topping hits, whew, let's get into it. So, first up, we got Sum 41 frontman Derek Whibley. Avril met him when she was just 17, and baby, she fell fast. They started dating when she was 19, and by June 2005, Derek Dunn pulled out the ring and popped the question. Real Disney fairy tale vibes. They tied the knot in 2006, but like most Hollywood love stories that burn too bright too quick, by 2009, that fairy tale turned into The Nightmare Before Christmas. They hit us with that classic irreconcilable differences line. Translation, screaming matches, drama, and probably someone storming out with a suitcase. But don't cry for Avril, because she was not sitting around playing sad love songs in the dark. No, ma'am. By February 2010, she was locking lips with reality TV royalty, the Hills star Brody Jenner. Yup, Mr. Malibu himself. They gave us matching tattoos and paparazzi pics. But by January 2012, it was a wrap. And sis does not even let her breakup seat get cold. Because by July, yes girl, same year, Avril was booed up again. This time with Nickelback frontman Chad Kroeger. That's right, she traded reality TV for rock star realness. They moved fast, got engaged, and married by 2013. And we were all like, okay, Avril, maybe third time's the charm? But nah. By 2015, they were singing the divorce blues too. Another one bites the dust. Now, after all that, even Avril had to hit pause. She laid low for a bit until 2018, when she popped back out with billionaire heir Philip Seraphim. And we were like, okay sis, upgrade. But let's not get too cozy, because by 2019, snip snip, that chapter ended too. I mean, sis really had a lineup like a summer music festival. But she wasn't finished just yet. She came back for one more spin on the love merry-go-round, enter our boy, Mod Sun, in 2021. Now this one had promise, y'all. They were posting all booed up, dropping songs, and by 2022, he put a ring on it. But like clockwork, by February 2023, poof, another engagement down the drain.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, let's get into the health saga of Miss Avril Lavigne, because this woman is truly a survivor. Picture this. It's right after her 30th birthday in 2014. Big milestone, right? And bam, she gets hit with a Lyme disease diagnosis. And listen, Avril might rock that punk princess tough as nails image, but even she couldn't just skate through this like it's no big deal. Nope. This disease knocked her off her feet and literally put her whole life on pause.
I literally became bedridden last October, and I was in Los Angeles, and it was literally the worst time of my life.
And to make matters worse, At first, the doctors couldn't really figure out what was going on with her.
So stupid. They would pull up their computer and be like, chronic fatigue syndrome.
Imagine you're feeling like death, losing your mind, and the professionals are out here playing guessing games. Total nightmare. But if there's anyone who can claw her way back with eyeliner still intact, it's Avril. And finally, with the help of her fans,
I felt very loved. It sounds silly saying it, but I really, truly did feel my fans.
not only has she pulled through, but she's also out here raising awareness and advocating for Lyme disease like the rockstar warrior she is. Iconic, right? Now you might be wondering, what is Miss Avril Lavigne up to these days? Like, is she chillin'? Is she retired? Oh no, ma'am. Our skater girl turned pop punk legend is still out here collecting checks and causing a scene in the best way possible. In true icon fashion, Avril said, "Let me remind y'all who started this punk princess trend." And in 2024, she dropped her first ever greatest hits album. Yes, a whole legacy in one track list. And in 2025, she hit the road for a full-on arena tour across North America. We talkin' packed crowds, screaming fans, throwback bangers like Skater Boy and Complicated. And yes, she even brought along pop-punk faves like All Time Low and Simple Plan to open for her. It's giving MTV TRL, but make it grown. And sis ain't just doing it for the applause, she's doing it with coin. You ready for this tea? As of 2025, Avril is sitting on a net worth of $90 million. Now that's buy a castle in France and never check the price tag again kind of money, but let's keep it a buck. After all the drama, the double trouble rumors, the roller coaster romances, and those eyeliner-thick feuds, what will Miss Avril Lavigne really be remembered for? It's for defining the early 2000s pop-punk era. Avril came with a necktie, a pair of Converse, and a don't-give-a-damn attitude that had all of us feeling like rebels, even if we had a bedtime. And just like every other female legend who came, saw, and conquered, Avril proved what? That women can be anything: soft, loud, edgy, messy, emotional, fierce, whatever they want, whenever they want, period. So next time Skater Boy comes on, crank it all the way up, scream the lyrics with your chest, and pour one out for the girl who paved the way with nothing but a guitar, a whole lot of eyeliner, and zero apologies.